Hello, my name is Jake McDermott, and I am a student studying a HND course at Northwest Regional College for production in Hothouse Studios.
During this documentary, I am going to be hosting 4 interviews with select people within the music industry to delve into the facts and knowledge about AI, as its ever-growing presence in our everyday life make its impact more noticeable, and what holds for us as a society in the future when it comes to the creative media industry and AI and how it affects the workflow. You're about to watch our first guest come on, who is Mark Doherty. He is an industry standard professional who studied at the college.
Seeing as you're 2 years older than me and AI has obviously evolved quicker, when you were in school, or college, sorry, AI wasn't as prominent in the filmmaking, but did you use it at all when you were in college for work, like let's say screenwriting or design, or?
Never actually, mainly because the technology just wasn't there. It's only in the last few years that it's taken off, that people are able to do these things, and the fact that there's counter AIs, they sense when AI is being used.
In this brief moment of time we had with Mark, we learnt that AI has evolved massively in the past few years. Even 2 years alone is enough time to see a major difference when it comes to an educational level and a creative media practice level. Our interest away from Mark for a minor moment, I then questioned another industry standard professional, John Gallagher, who is a musician and also a record label owner who dwells with AI in his HND course.
Hello, John. Thank you for coming on to my interview today for my documentary about AI in the creative media field.
No problem, mate.
So I brought you specifically on today because you own your own record label.
Yep, Avalon Records.
And we're going to specifically talk about how music affects the AI industry, and I feel like you would have been a perfect fit for it.
Yep.
So, in your personal opinion, what examples of AI have you seen or used yourself?
Yeah, for my course, I do HND music production. So, we do a subject called advanced music production.
Mm-hmm.
So, what we're tasked to do is create a production, but this year we've been asked to base it around AI. So, I've used Boomy AI to create a song, and then I would slice up that song and make samples out of it. So it's just about so the way it works is just take you listen to Daft Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back in those days, they would have recorded like maybe 10 seconds of a track, tweak it, and then create a whole new song out of it. Like One More Time was created out of 3 or 4 different songs, but from back in the 60s and 70s.
I assume that would take a lengthy period of time to do usually, would it? Or
Oh yeah, it takes. Back then it took a long time to get the samples all sorted out and get them matched so that it's able to create something new.
Mm-hmm.
But now we new AI algorithms, like it's made the process so much quicker. Like I could create a new track within maybe 15 minutes.
From conducting research and figuring out what I needed to talk about, I have learnt from personally digging in and finding the knowledge that I need that AI is harmful to the creative media industry, in my personal opinion, as it takes away the livelihoods and skills and knowledge needed by industry standard professionals to progress in the industry, from editing tools to actors to marketing to just writing scripts. AI now takes the form of all these here and scrunches it into one. Yes, a lot of the time AI may make mistakes, and yes, a lot of the time it may be wrong, but AI is a useful tool when it comes in the industry, but it's also a very dangerous tool that if used wrong may damage. My interviewee, Mark, made a very good point during one of my questions I asked him, and I'm going to show it to you now.
The fact that there's counter AIs, they sense when AI is being used. It just goes to show how much the technology is evolving.
So you're saying you've had the personal experience yourself, but can you elaborate on like what you've seen now in the modern day when it relates to AI and how it's being used?
Well, 100%. It's been definitely in advertising, particularly. You'll see now like various food advertisements just because it's cheaper. They have a robot do it instead of have actors and have the dress the food up to look good or whatever. It's easier just using an AI tool.
Mm-hmm.
And feel like it's a little bit disingenuous because well, it's false advertising. It's not, you know, it's not the true image.
No, this necessarily isn't to do with the creative field of it, but we're a society that want to hit zero green emission net by 2030. Or sorry, something around them lines. And we're not gonna do that. Do you really know how much like it takes to power an AI station, like the network of ChatGPT? Well, let me tell you. With my own example, it's about running Los Angeles 20 times over in a day to keep a network of that up. For one day. And they're on about saving emissions, saving electricity, save the planet. But AI is literally damaging the planet every day. Now, personally me, I do follow on the lines of the, yes, net zero because global warming and stuff. But AI is also fastly gaining that approach towards global warming greenhouse effects because of the amount of emissions it needs. You'd think computer servers, oh, not that bad. No. They have entire facilities just to run these networks. AI is not an easy task to run. AI is dangerous. AI needs questions. Why, as a society, willingly let AI into our homes? Why, in the creative media production, have they allowed AI to integrate itself and bury itself deep within inside the production process of a film? Why do bands use AI? We did not need it. We do not need it. This documentary is to enlighten you on the dangers. Obviously, me personally, this, as you can clearly tell, I am very, very negatively effective towards AI. I personally think it should be abolished. It takes away the process altogether, and it's just really, 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 really not good. Not good. Like, AI has so many problems with it, so many dangers with it, that I've already brought up. Now, previously, in John's interview, we talked about music and copyright laws. And I know previously I talked about copyright laws, but AI is in a really, really grey area when it comes to copyright laws. Like, dangerously grey. Like, see, deepfakes? Deepfakes are fucking, sorry for the language, scary. Like, they are horrifying. Someone could put a picture of my face on Pedro Pascal, for example, just a funny example, and make me do something. And, like, obviously I would know, but the general public would not know that, like, they just think that's me. Like, they fake my face on anything and they'll think that's me. And people will believe it, just because they say it. Like, a lot of people generally can't comprehend it, and I know I've mentioned that too before, but people generally get stuck and bamboozled when it comes to AI. So, just have a think. When you're creating a project, a film project, do you really want to use AI? No, you don't. Hello, Gil.
Oh, Jay.
So I brought you in today to discuss a topic that I feel like affects us all, AI in creative media. And today I'd like to talk to you personally about the gaming industry and how the gaming industry, in your personal opinion, has benefited and also got crucially damaged by AI, and maybe what the future may hold for it. So what would you like to...
Well, for example, AI can be beneficial in many ways, but for other things it can't be. In gaming especially, it takes out all the creativity and the fantasy behind it, and it does terrible things to the people who enjoy games.
So what you're saying is a production team or a coding team may get personally affected by AI in the future, or even now? Like, is
Both,
there... Is,
both, even now, yes. You can even see the changes in the effect in many games where...
After talking to all my interviewees and going around and conducting research, I can establish finally as a conclusion in my documentary, and to you an audience, that AI, as we all know, is gonna be a key factor in our daily life in the future. It's gonna be a key factor in TV and television, a key factor in social platforms, a key factor in makeup and design, AI will be everywhere by 2030, 2035, especially dominant inside of the creative media industry because of how amazing AI can be and the tools that can be used and utilized with AI. AI is an amazing, amazing thing. It's just unfortunate that it will come with the cost of people's livelihoods due to the lack of need for labour when it can be all done digitally through AI. I would like to conclude my documentary by thanking all of you for watching, as this has been a Hothouse production by me, Jake McDermott, explaining the effects of AI within the creative media field. I'd like to thank you for your time and I hope you enjoyed.